Hey y'all, I hope you're all doing well today. Today we're actually going to talk about genetic testing as far as ball pythons goes. And today I have Cinnamon, who surprised me because they are actually going into a shed, which is really great. Um, Actually, because they are going into a shed, and the way that they are shedding does tell me that they need a little bit more moisture or humidity in their tank, which is perfectly fine. I usually up the humidity significantly when they are shedding. Um, and shedding is actually a part of how you do genetic testing for ball pythons and actually a lot of reptiles. Their sheds hold a ton of DNA, and I'm actually gonna talk about two different kinds of genetic projects going on. The first is the rare genetics. That is through Morph Market. They currently as of this video, I think they have 7 different tests, um, including a gender ID. And the reason I have Cinnamon here out is because Cinnamon is the only one who has gone through the DNA testing. They're the only shed that I have sent in so far, and I wanted to go over the process of how that looks. So the first thing you're going to want to do is order the test on Morph Market, and that's fairly simple. For genetic testing on just sexing a snake, it's like $25 plus tax, which isn't bad, especially if you don't know how to pop a snake and you don't have the money to take them to a vet, or there isn't a vet in your area. Usually vets will charge for a full appointment, which here is like $40-50, so I'd rather pay the 25 and not have to take a perfectly healthy snake to the vet just to get them sexed. So after you order the test, what you're going to want to do is collect a recent shed, and I don't have to collect another one from Cinnamon because, as I said, they've already been tested. Keep an eye out for that gender reveal video. Just something fun I thought I'd do here. Now once you get the shed, what you are going to want to do is you're going to want to label it. They will actually give you a shed ID to put on here, and what I do, I have index cards with known traits, the animal's name, which is kind of like their ID, what tests they're getting, and what else? And the sex if they're known. In this case, since I was doing sex test, then it would just say gender unknown. Once you collect those sheds, what you're going to want to do is put them in a plastic bag just like this. Now I actually have several samples because along with sending them in for the paid genetic test, I am actually going to send half of my samples of any sample I collect to Dr. Seidel, who is actually this really big geneticist. And she was the original person to develop these tests, from my understanding. She made that knowledge public domain, and that, I believe, is where the Rare Genetics got their knowledge on how to do these tests. And I'm all about contributing to projects like that. She does it at her college. She's a genetics professor, I believe. And with hers, let me see here. I actually have similar ID cards. I just have the animal's name, what traits I know that they have, and the gender if I know it. Out of all my samples, I only have 2 that I am 100% sure on what their gender and traits are, because we did get them from breeders as opposed to pet stores. And once you collected those samples, you're going to want to mail them in an envelope like this so they're all protected. This one is actually going to Dr. Seidel, and I can definitely put that link in the description on how to contribute to her project and help her expand out the genetic testings, because that is amazing, honestly, in my opinion. I'm someone who is really into genetics, and if I had the know-how and equipment to do so, I would absolutely contribute that way as well. But all I can really do is send in sheds, and I highly recommend that you do the same to help this genetics project along. And once you mail the sheds in, you will wait, and once you actually mail those sheds in, if I remember correctly, it takes like a month for the whole, or at least it did with Cinnamons, to get their test results back. And that was, and they keep you updated. I'll definitely do a video on when I get the results, because I did just send in stuff for two of my other ball pythons, and that would be Pumpkin Spice and Gizmo. Definitely going to be doing reveal videos on those when I get the chance, so I'll be back with those updates soon. Alright, so I did actually just get the results back from Gizmo and Pumpkin Spice's test. And actually, to help me finish out this video, we have Gizmo here. As you can see, he, and yes, I mean he, is absolutely such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yeah, I had him around my neck earlier, and he has a tendency to like to constrict a little bit. I mean, he can't really hurt me. He's not big enough or strong enough to do that. But it just didn't look great for the camera. So he's actually going to help me finish out the video. So basically, after I did end up taking it to the mail office, I got tracking on it, everything. This time was a little bit different than when I got Cinnamon tested. So they had a step in there where they would tell you, hey, we received your shed, we'll process it soon, and then you'd have to wait longer to get that result. Well, it looks like they've actually eliminated that step and just went straight to the results. So let's see, I ordered this on the, I actually ordered and shipped out on the 11th of January, and today is February 9th, so it took about a month to get the results back for a gender ID. I'm not quite sure how long it would take for other testing, but I have actually heard some other breeders, like Leviathan snakes, have said it takes around 6 weeks to test for what they tested for, which is absolutely great. Definitely more data for the pool. Overall, definitely a good process. Just know that this is gonna take some time. This is a business and everybody is recommending them, especially since they are partnered with Morph Market on this. So they have probably hundreds and hundreds of sheds coming in just to be tested. So even though you're not going to get your results immediately, it's definitely worth it when you do. Easy, good boy. And like I said, it was super easy. I showed you how to do the packaging, and from there you basically go on what to actually see the results. They'll send you an email. You can actually look at it through Morph Market under the Rare Genetics tab, under Ordered Test. You look into the order ID, look for the specific snake that you have notes on, and it will tell you the results of what they found. And that's pretty much it as far as genetic testing goes. Definitely hope that they get more in this process. Have a batch of sheds to send out to Dr. Seidel, who as I mentioned before, actually did the research on the primary genetic testing as far as morphs go, and she made her her findings public domain, and that is more than likely how Rare Genetics does their test, is off of her research. And that's really great that she did that. It's really appreciated, but I am going to send some more sheds out to help her project along, hopefully get some more morph IDs. Hopefully the next test that they're looking into is maybe banana. I know it's a codominant morph, but given how they've found a lot of information on the yellow belly complex, and a lot of those are codominant genes, I'm hoping that they actually start testing more codominant genes as well. And I have quite a few snakes with codominant. I really hope they get into xanthic. That would be amazing. Yeah, that's it. Definitely worth it.